koncept. Det är en del i samarbete mellan den internationella poesifestivalen och Riksteatervänner. Jag ska inte säga så mycket. Jag låter Giovanni presentera Katia Cardenal.
Hej, mitt namn är Giovanni Rojas. Jag fick äran här idag för 2 minuter sedan att presentera Katia Cardenal. Och lite anledningen är för att jag har jobbat i Nicaragua under flera år och lärde känna Katia när jag jobbade där. Och hade som förslag nu när hon bor i Oslo sedan några år tillbaka att hon kunde vara med den här gången i den internationella poesifestivalen som det är 4:e gången som det äger rum här i Jönköpings län. För det är också inte bara Jönköping utan olika ställen i andra kommuner här i länet. Katia är kan man säga en av de nya travan i Nicaragua och även i Latinamerika under 80-talet som kom tillsammans med personer som Pablo Milanés, Silvio Rodriguez och som även har spelat tillsammans med personer härifrån Huskvarna som Björn Afzelius men även med Mikael Wiehe. Så att om ni inte har sett den här dokumentären som heter 1000 bitar så rekommenderar jag att ni ser den. Det Katia även med där och intervjuas kring Björn Afzelius. Jag ska inte säga så mycket mer. Ni kommer få njuta här en timme av musik som både Katia har skrivit och även hennes bror Salvador. Hon kommer prata lite mer om det. Men jag tycker vi ger Katia en stor applåd så att hon kommer ut och sjunger för oss här i Jönköping.
Hello. What a beautiful day. Thanks for coming. What a special place. Wow. Well, here I am, thanks to the International Poesifestivalen. Thank you for having us today. Here's my youngest boy, Alex. I want to start with a lullaby, just to get a little warm. I have 4 children. And when I had my daughter, she's the eldest, I was not really ready to be pregnant. It was not planned. And when she was born, I couldn't believe all the love I felt in my heart. And then I have my 3 boys. But it's so incredible that the more I know them, the more I love them. And you think that you cannot love more, but then you love more. And that's amazing. So I wrote this little lullaby for them with some Nicaraguan rhythm. And it says that I'm the luckiest person because I can love them back. And it's really a blessing to be able to love children. And of course to know that they cherish our love. It's called Poderte Amar, to be able to love you. Como hierba verde que recibe el agua de la lluvia fresca, así es tu corazón, amor mío, niño mío, amor mío. Deja que te cante, dame una sonrisa, que no hay alegría más grande en la vida que poderte amar, que poderte amar. Como el viento suave que mece en sus ramas, el pino y la flor, así es tu corazón, amor mío, niña mía, amor mío. Deja que te cante, Dame una sonrisa, que no hay alegría más grande en la vida que poder, que poder, que poderte amar. Que poder, que poder, que poderte amar. Como el agua clara que cura la herida del alma y la carne, así es tu corazón, amor mío, niño mío, amor mío. Deja que te cante, dame una sonrisa, que no hay alegría más grande en la vida que poder, que poder, que poderte amar. Que poder, que poder, que poderte amar. Que poder, que poder, que poderte amar. Or anything. And the girls were studying guitar and violin and everything, and suddenly he left. He wanted to be a priest, my brother. He was abroad 2 years, and then when he came back, he came with a guitar and writing his own songs. And we were singing all together in the house. My mom and my dad used to play guitar and sing in harmonies. And then he heard me sing, and he just told me, let's make a duo. And I thought he was crazy, of course, but we started practicing at home, and suddenly we were singing in schools and festivals and things. And we had this duo for 30 years. And he passed away 11 years ago. So, of course, I sing his songs in my concerts, mainly his songs. So this next song is called Canción del Fuego. It's the song of the fire. We started singing songs about nature more than 35 years ago. We come from a beautiful country, Nicaragua, full of lakes and volcanoes and rivers and mountains and oceans. So Canción del Fuego is a song that says that sometimes we have to stop doing what we are doing and stop asking other people to change things, and we should do something. Ayude a apagar el fuego que está quemando el bosque. Oh, no, 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 nuestra casa original. Oh. Pero si no van o no, aquellos que lo encendieron, acudiremos nosotros, oh no, 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 y dejaremos de cantar, oh, porque de lejos oigo la voz de los árboles, llorando al no poder correr, y los conejos y las flores, los pájaros, los colores, convertidos en cenizas. No, 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 pero si no van o no, aquellos que lo encendieron, acudiremos nosotras, oh no, 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 y dejaremos de cantar, oh, porque de lejos oigo la los árboles, llorando al no poder correr, y los conejos y las flores, los pájaros, los colores, convertidos en cenizas. No, 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 no. Pero si no van los árboles y las flores, los arbustos, los colores, convertidos en cenizas. Pero si no van, acudiremos nosotros. Si no van, 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 si no van. Okay. Thank you. I know that friends from Nicaragua are waiting for a song. The story of this song is very peculiar, because our story with Scandinavia started many, many years back. My first trip to Scandinavia was to Finland in 1982. And of course I fell in love because it was the autumn, and I've never seen it, just in pictures and children books. And we came in different times to sing to Sweden and Norway and Denmark and Finland. And we met Björn Afzelius and Mikael Bie and a Norwegian singer-songwriter, Åge Alexandersen, in Nicaragua. They came to help to rebuild a cultural center to raise funds. And one crazy night, this Norwegian musician called us, and he asked us to translate one of his songs to Spanish. The song is called Akkurat No, and it talks about Norway. And of course we were very excited. I'm talking about 1992, almost 30 years ago. And he invited us to go to Norway and record the song in Spanish. But my brother and I were like, how are we going to sing about Norway? We have no relationship with Norway at all, more than this new friendship. So my brother asked Åge to have the permission to make a new song with new lyrics talking about Nicaragua. And he made this song that describes the story of Nicaragua, our hurricanes and earthquakes and the war and the beautiful friendship that grow in the streets to make a better country. And we recorded the song. We came to Norway, we went to Norway, and the years went by, and the song, I don't know how the song was growing and growing and growing and growing, and now is the #1 song of the duo in all digital platforms, and it's almost like an anthem in Nicaragua. And very few people know that it's a Norwegian melody. And Nicaragua is suffering a horrible dictatorship right now, a lot of violence and injustice. And this song has become even bigger in these days, and everybody is singing this song that says that we are praying so the people who love to live in Nicaragua can live there, because there are hundreds of thousands of people who have left Nicaragua because of the political repression and injustice. So it's called Bring Light, Dale una luz, bring light to the people who love to live in Nicaragua. En un lugar llora el cielo de ternura. En un lugar todo el verde está de fiesta. Y en alta mar, no muy lejos de Cornal, Un hombre niño pesca un saco en el mar, en un lugar quema el cielo, las estrellas, en un lugar que me vio jugar de niño. Tuve amistad, un amigo que no jugara más, pero la calle hoy se llama como él. En un lugar llueve tanto que se apaga el sol y el lodazal besa siempre tus rodillas. Un viejo está aprendiendo sus primeras letras, no tiene anteojos, pero sabrá leer. En un lugar donde el agua alza volcanes y el tiburón hizo nido en agua dulce, el huracán pone un bosque en reverencia mortal, tiembla la tierra, tiembla el mar de este lugar. Ay, 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 ay. Dale una luz a la gente que ha buscado su libertad contra el cielo y contra humanos. Dale una luz a este pueblo que ama tanto vivir en Nicaragua. Aralay, ay, aralay. Dale una luz a este pueblo que ama tanto vivir en Nicaragua. Aralay, oh, oh, ay, aralay, 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 ay, aralay, aralay, oh, oh, oh. Okay, we're gonna switch to romantic songs. I wrote this song for a friend. Well, he was not really a friend. I was touring, and a musician, a colleague, told me that his neighbor was my fan. So he came to say hello, and he told me, I got married with one of your songs. And he was so in love with his wife, and everything looked so wonderful. And a couple of months later, I received an email. And he was telling me that his wife left him. And it was like, who is this guy? And why is he telling me this? But it's amazing, actually, how music can really be part of your life. He felt that we were part of his life with our music. And I didn't know what to answer back. I always answer to the fans. What can I say? What can I say? I started feeling the pain in his words. So I wrote this kind of a poem. And I told him that I knew the color and the smell of his pain. Feeling like a naked tree in the autumn. Feeling ashamed of being in love with someone that doesn't love you back. And that was my answer, a song. And it's incredible how the pain of other people or the joy of other people can really inspire our poetry or our songs. So this is called Hojarasca. This is the perfect stage for singing this song with all the dead leaves. Amigo mío, yo sé de tu dolor, yo sé de mariposas plegando sus alitas, dejándose caer al fondo de tu pecho, haciéndose hojarasca. Amigo mío, yo sé de su color, de barro, de ceniza que duele en las costillas, dejándose entrever el fondo de tu lecho, haciéndose hojarasca. Amigo mío, yo sé de la vergüenza de amar sin ser amado, de repetir palabras sin llegar a ningún lado, de luego arrepentirse queriéndose olvidar de lo que se ha soltado, de lo que se ha soñado. Amigo mío, amigo mío, yo sé de tu dolor, yo sé de su color que crece y va deprisa, de sal es su sabor, se anida en tu garganta haciéndose hojarasca. Amigo mío, yo sé de la vergüenza de amar sin ser amado, de repetir palabras sin llegar a ningún lado, de luego arrepentirse queriéndose olvidar de lo que se ha soltado, de lo que se ha soñado. Amigo mío, yo sé de la vergüenza de amar sin ser amado, de repetir palabras sin llegar a ningún lado, de luego arrepentirse queriéndose olvidar de lo que se ha soltado, de lo que se ha soñado. Amigo mío, amigo mío. Well, I haven't been very lucky in love, so kind of identify with my own song. Okay, I'm gonna sing one of Evertoft's songs. After all this relationship with the Norwegian and Swedish musicians, I was invited with my brother to the Norwegian embassy in Managua to celebrate the National Day. And there was this guy in the table, started talking about music and things, blah, blah, blah. We ended up marrying and having the children. So I ended up moving to Norway. And when I was there, I only had one friend, Åge Alexandersen. So I called him. I didn't know he was so huge, so big, so famous. He came one day, and I have 15 minutes in the lobby of Hotel Savoy, I can meet you. I was like, what? So we met and he asked me, what are you going to do? Oh, nothing, I'm going to be a housewife. Finally, I said, because I already had 15 years of career. I started singing when I was 16. And he said, you're crazy. I have an idea, he said, I will call you back. And then he called me back some days later and he said, you should translate Norwegian songs to Spanish, as your brother did with my song. There's a beautiful poet, Alf Preussen, And his songs are full of hope and love for humanity, just like the songs you sing with your brother. I think this would be a project for you. I have the producer, I have the record company. You just call them and you translate one song and sing to them. So I did. I was pregnant. 8 months with not Alex, but the other one, Adriano. 3 months after I got the meeting with the record company. 8 months pregnant. There I go. And I sang the song in Spanish. And he said, let's make an album. And I said, okay, this is happening. So he waited for me. He gave me 1 year to nurse the baby and translate 26 songs of Alpres into Spanish. And we released the album and it went to the top. It's all the gold album in Norway and everything. And I was in shock, nursing and traveling with a Norwegian band from one day to the next. And then he said, I think you should translate Evertov. And I said, who is Evertov? And he played Cornelius Vreeswijk, singing Dansen på Sunnen. I just fall in love. So we made a whole album with the songs of Alpresen, and I translated all these beautiful songs. And I'm gonna sing La mar jamás dio tanto brillo, one of the most beautiful romantic songs I've ever heard. I don't know how is it in Swedish, so Schrimede var aldrig have or something like that. Schrimede, something. Because in Norwegian there's no La mar jamás dio tanto brillo, jamás la playa tanta libertad. It's been a wonderful week in the Poetry Festival. Actually, this is the first time I'm singing live after 1 year, so I was very nervous to come to the festival, but it has been wonderful because I've been singing just 2-3 songs every day. Now is the whole concert, and it was a good preparation to be here. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, Alex. This is the second time we play together. We made a tour 2 years ago because normally it's my daughter, my guitar player, but she's playing in another festival in Oslo, in Norway. So this has been also a great adventure. So, gracias, Alex. You can help us with the clapping so I don't feel so bad when I rap.
Lo mejor no se toca, lo más grande en la vida. Y cuando me pides tocar la canción, oh María, la canción que se toque, son invisibles, son intocables, son intangibles. Como el amor que música en el alma, como el querer, oxígeno al espíritu, como el amor es música en el alma, como el querer, oxígeno al espíritu. Araré, araré, araré el desierto, y yo sembraré un pulmones del mundo, la guitarra y la quena, la alegría y la pena, a mi querer más profundo, como el amor que música en el alma, como el querer, oxígeno al espíritu, como el amor que es música en el alma, como el querer, oxígeno al espíritu, como el amor defiende sus derechos, como querer, oxígeno en el pecho, como sentir aromas en la selva, quiero heredar lo mismo que me dieron, oye maderero, primero sé sincero, mira a tus nietos, ellos dirán de viejos cuando era niño pude conocer un árbol, había tantos que mi abuelo los talaba, cuando era niño pude conocer un árbol, había tantos que mi abuelo los talaba, porque a mí nada, 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 ahora no queda nada, loco, 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 de un árbol junto al otro, nada, 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 ahora no queda nada, loco, 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 de un árbol junto al otro, araré, 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 el
Here in Norway was forgotten. I just left. And I came to Sweden. I was telling Alex, I came to Sweden to release the album. It was September 10th of 2001. And I came to Norway with Alex. He was 1 year more or less. And I traveled for 1 day. We made a press conference and went back. He stayed with my mother-in-law. And the next day was the Twin Towers attack. So we were trapped in Norway for 10 days, and my other 3 kids were in Nicaragua with my ex-husband. That was a horrible week. But and then I never toured. I never made the Evertop tour in Sweden or anything. Things changed a lot, and I never sang the songs live. So it's very special to sing one of Evertop's songs in Sweden for the first time, actually. It's called Anglamark. And it's very incredible that the lyrics of who died, and he was a special person. Not everybody can keep this innocence in their hearts, and the song said that I want to make a phone call to God and ask him, how can I be like him? How can I keep this innocence and this joy for life?